Hello everybody and welcome back to Maths with Miss Buick. This is the second video on polar form. R cos theta plus I sine theta is our equation for polar form, where R is the modulus and theta is the angle, and that would have been done in also video 1. So today in our question we're looking at z is equal to -1 plus root 3i, and we want to put this from rectangle form into polar form. So let's begin by plotting the complex number. So we're just drawing our real and our imaginary axes. And -1 is the real part of our complex number, so it's along this axis here, and positive root 3 is on the imaginary axis up here. So we can see straight away that our complex number is in the second quadrant. We're also going to label our reference angle here, and let's call it alpha. Now let's begin by finding what is the modulus. So we have R is equal to the square root of a squared plus b squared. So our a is our real, which is -1 to b squared, and our b is our imaginary. So we get root 4 there, which is 2. We'll work it out. Next of all, we're going to find out what is the value of our alpha. And to do that, we have the formula tan inverse of b over a. Now, it's important when you're working with this that you do not put in the negative. So for example, the a, which is our real number, has got a negative on it. We're going to leave the negative out because these are lengths and they relate to Pythagoras' theorem, and you can't have a negative length. So tan inverse of root 3 over 1. So you're going to go to your calculator, you're going to make sure your calculator is in radians and type in tan inverse of root 3. Now you don't need the 1 underneath. So you can see here, I just have typed in tan inverse of root 3, and we get out here pi over 3. So pi over 3. Now, this is the value of our alpha, or also called the reference angle up here. So we know that our complex number is in the second quadrant. And the rule is to find the value of the theta, we do pi minus alpha, or pi minus the reference angle. So in this case, to find the value for the theta, we will do pi minus pi over 3 to give us 2 pi over 3. That is the value of our theta. So we have our two values. We have our modulus, which is 2, and we have our 2 pi over 3, which is our theta. So now we're ready to input them into our equation for polar form. So we're finishing off the question by filling it in. So we have 2 bracket cos 2 pi over 3 plus I sine 2 pi over 3. And that is our answer. That is our polar form for the question for -1 plus root 3i.